It's win or go home, a battle for a spot in the 4A title game. The Leopards and the Spartans for the second time this season. Alex Lyons, Jeremy Salou with you here on MVI Lives Coverage of the WPIAL postseason exclusively on the TRIBLive High School Sports Network. Number 2 versus number 3, as it's Pinkett versus Whitlock, Martin versus Stevenson, and it should be a slugfest here for Montour. The second meeting this season between the Spartans and the Leopards, but things have changed oh so much between the first meeting and the last one. Quentin Martin is here. He is playing. Devin Whitlock in the moment is healthy, and Isaiah Mosley is no more.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see. I know one of the things that killed Belle Vernon in that early game, which it was a close game until late in the fourth quarter, but was Stevenson driving to the hoop for Montour. Well, you got Mr. Martin returning in under to guard that rim. We all know about his leaping ability. He's going to defend that rim tonight for Belle Vernon, so it's probably going to alter the game plan for Montour a little bit.
Yeah, as another thing to look at today, the legendary Joe Salvino, $6.99, a shot at the title, and possibly win number 700 for him here tonight. But some things to look at. One win apiece for these two teams all time. Montour's came earlier this season, while Belle Vernon came back in the WPIAL postseason back in 2009, 66-56 over Montour. Josh Polott led the way in that one for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Players to watch, of course, is Dion Pickett, who had 28 points against Burrell in their quarterfinal win. And of course, we mentioned Martin wasn't here last time, and I think he's going to be pivotal to the Leopard success here this evening, or this afternoon, I should say, from Bethel Park High School.
Yeah, he's going to be key because obviously Stevenson's the one that gashed Belle Vernon, so they're going to have a special eye on him. But Pinkett's going to be huge. And then coming on the other end, a healthy Devin Whitlock. I know he missed most of the second half against Montour in the opening contest. I think he has a little chip on his shoulder getting ready for this one, too. He wants to show that Belle Vernon's a lot better than they were. Good, how are you?
There's Isaiah Mosley.
There's Isaiah Mosley now.
So, again, not playing, but is in attendance, still supporting his team. Some behind-the-scenes reasons why Isaiah not on the floor. His last game, I believe, was that Belle Vernon game.
I believe it was, yeah.
As I think some things also to look at as we enter this game, the emergence, we've been waiting for it all year long, of Alonzo Wade. Last 4 games for Alonzo, 15 points per game, and Wade, once he's entered the starting lineup, he has not looked back, and he led the Leopards in scoring against Freeport. And someone I think that's going to also have to step up their game if you're Belle Vernon, that's Daniel Gordon. He had all of 2 points against Freeport. They're going to need him. And then, of course, you mentioned Pinkett and Stevenson. Those are going to be the big go-to guys for number 2 Montour, as they're trying to beat Belle Vernon for the second time this year, and the second time on a neutral court.
I think the other key as well will be if Belle Vernon could get in their transition game, see how their defense bothers Montour. A long Quentin Martin and a quick and fast Devin Whitlock, who's not injured, are going to make a world of difference in this one.
And, you know, with this game, Belle Vernon has now been in the semifinals, Jeremy, the last 3 years.
Right.
They've won once, they've lost once in the thriller to North Catholic a season ago. They'd like to get back to that championship game and try to get that first one since 1978. Now, for Montour, this is also their second straight appearance in the semifinals. Last year, they lost to the eventual champs 65-62. That was Lincoln Park, and I think they probably gave Lincoln Park the best game out of anybody.
Probably so far this year, but now that Lincoln Park's healthy, that other semifinal is going to be really interesting because Lincoln Park and Quaker Valley, I think their 2 games were separated by combined 8 points maybe.
And now you have that stud freshman.
Now you have Malik back in the mix as a freshman. It's going to be, I would expect, if I had to predict right now, I think we're going to get Leopards versus Leopards in the title game.
I would tend to think that may be what they're leaning toward, but you got to play the games for the reason.
Absolutely.
Elwood City got upset this year. Rochester, West Green. It's been an interesting postseason and more to come as we'll step aside for the playing of the national anthem.
Have you always wanted to install security cameras in your house, but none of the commercial installers wanted to bother with you? Now you can call Kevin Ike Evangelo at Right Bite Computers for all your residential security camera needs. Call Ike at 724-272-2145 for your free security camera analysis.
If you're looking for somewhere to eat after the game, check out our friends down at the Foster House 2, serving up their famous king sandwiches 7 days a week until 11:30 p.m. The Foster House 2, located at 1 Cook Road in Belle, Vernon. Anthem has played. Lineups are next. And then it's 4A semifinal basketball from Bethel Park High School as, again, two teams seen each other once. Belle Vernon wants revenge. The question is, can they get it? As we'll take a look at the starting lineups. First for Belle Vernon, who is the visitors as the 3 seed, led by legendary head coach Joe Salvino, 4th year at Belle Vernon, 38th overall, 699 career wins, looking for number 700. It's going to be this lineup right here. The 5'9" senior guard, Devin Whitlock, 15.2 points per game. 6' senior guard, Tyler Kovac. The 6'2" freshman, Alonzo Wade. 6'3" sophomore, Quentin Martin, leading the way at 19 points per game. And rounding out the starting 5 is the 6' senior, Daniel Gordon, 14 points per game. So that's Whitlock, Kovac, Wade, Martin, and Gordon for the number 3 Belle Vernon Leopards. And on the other side for the Spartans from Montour, 19-4 overall, led by Bill Minner. It's going to be Basin Stevenson, the 6'3" senior, along with a 6' senior guard, Dante Del Tondo, 6' senior forward, Tyreek Elam, the 6'1" senior guard, Dion Pickett, and the 6'1" sophomore guard, Jake Wolf. So that is Stevenson, Del Tondo, Elam, Pinkett, and Wolf, the starting 5 for the Montour Spartans. They, like Belle Vernon, most likely you're going to see a total of 14 players unless foul troubles has something to do with it today.
I was going to say, I expect both teams, Belle Vernon maybe 7.
Yeah, max probably 7 on both.
Right, depending on the outcome. I expect to see Cunningham and Locks and maybe Joe Clancher late like we did the other day. For
you're going to see
Montour,
a lot of Platts off the bench, but that's about it, I think.
Right, and I mentioned it while you were off a little bit. I think one of the big differences, Belle Vernon gets into that swarm defense, and now you add the length of Martin back to that lineup. That's going to be a big thing.
And this is for both these sides. Stevenson, a senior. Del Tondo, a senior. Elam, Pinkett, all seniors. And on the other side of things, you have Devin Whitlock, Tyler Kovac, Daniel Gordon, all in their senior season. This is their last possible chance at a WPIAL crown as we are underway. It's Leopard basketball in the backcourt. Here comes Devin Whitlock over the divider. Whitlock barking out orders. Whitlock to Gordon. Daniel Gordon inside. Alonzo Wade up off the cylinder. No good. Rebound Martin put back and one. Quentin Martin cleaning up the garbage. And the Leopards strike first.
And there's immediate impact. That's what we like to call it. Quentin Martin making his presence known right away with a big offensive rebound. And the Leopards are on the board quickly.
7:45 remaining in the first. Off the mark on the and one attempt for Quentin Martin. As there's Del Tondo calling out the orders in the backcourt. 20 seconds gone, opening quarter. Del Tondo to his right. Hand off Stevenson. Stevenson pressured by Alonzo Wade. Now he goes after Pinkett. Pinkett, hand off Elam. Elam, top of the key. Elam sends it off. That's where it's taken over by Wolf back up top. Del Tondo barking out the orders. Guarded by Daniel Gordon. 40 seconds gone in the first. Kovac looks for the steal, doesn't have it. Outside Wolf. Now it's Pinkett. Thought about the triple. Whitlock draped over him. Pinkett rolls up top. Dion Pinkett double teamed, and that one's off the fingertips of Gordon, stolen by Alonzo Wade. Wade kicks it. Kovacs drives in, right block down as Elam got a hand on it. Now it's Del Tondo in transition. Del Tondo to Stevenson, back up top. Pinkett from outside. Back iron, no. Rebound Stevenson through the hands of Elam. Saved by Del Tondo. Now it's Wolf. Step back three. Back iron, no. Rebound Devin Whitlock. Whitlock ahead to Gordon. Gordon up off the window. No good. Elam pulls down the rebound. Still 2-0 lead for the Leopards here in the first. Driving in. Del Tondo fires it up. No good. Second effort overshoots. Rebound Quentin Martin.
Looks like the referees are going to let him play a little bit tonight, too. That's a good thing for both teams, especially thin on the bench.
Daniel Gordon, or make that Devin Whitlock calling for the screen, gets it from Wade. Whitlock drives in, left block high off the window, put back Martin. For to start for the sophomore, Quentin Martin. Belle Vernon up by 4. Now it's Dion Pinkett, past Alonzo Wade, left wing, down to the left block. With the layup, puts it up, no good, but he's fouled and will shoot 2.
Give a shout out, Craig Spizak, Yawk High School baseball coach, one of the officials on this game.
6 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. 4-0 Belle Vernon leads. Shot up and in for Pinkett. Again, Pinkett went for 28 in the quarterfinals. Foul went against Tyler Kovacs. Second one up and in as Pinkett rattles home a pair. Lead cut in half. 6 minutes remaining in the first as Devin Whitlock from the backcourt crosses over the divider. Devin Whitlock wheels back up top. There's Tyler Kovacs. Near side Gordon. Gordon tries to work it back top of the key. Daniel Gordon to Alonzo Wade in the right wing. Guarded by Elam. Martin wants it. Wade instead drives. The lefty. Handoff. Whitlock pulls up from 16. Knocks it through. Devin Whitlock's first bucket of the game as the senior increases the lead back to 4 for the Leopards.
We talked about that last game. Devin Whitlock, when he's on that mid-range jumper, it could be a long night defensively for Montour.
As in the near side is controlled by Del Tondo. Wheels over the Blackhawk logo. 5:13 remaining opening quarter. Del Tondo in the right wing. Has Pinkett breaking through. Now Del Tondo inside Elam. Kick out Pinkett. Pinkett with the triple. And Pinkett comes up short. Daniel Gordon with the rebound. Whitlock tried to fire it ahead. Slipped off his hand. Now got it back. Devin Whitlock to the right. Block off the glass. No good. Rebound Alonzo had it for a second. Still loose on the floor. Elam rips it free. And now Del Tondo trying to push the issue back the other way over the divider. To the left elbow, pulls up from 15, rattles around, rattles no good. Rebound, grab down, Elam up top. Wolf thought about the three. Kickoff, Del Tondo, now it's Pinkett in the left corner. Pinkett drives in, he falls down, but he was helped down by Tyler Kovacs, and that's going to most likely force the hand of the Belle Vernon bench boss as Kovacs picks up his second.
I have Evan Polak checking in.
He saw some minutes early on in that Freeport game as well for Belle Vernon. So it is Polak, I think, trying to stay with the more athletic group over the larger body and locks. As Polak draping over, Pinkett making life a pain. He kicks it out, Del Tondo. There's Wolf, drives in, 17 out, rattles off the rim and in. First bucket from the floor for Montour comes with 4:18 remaining in the first. Up ahead, there is Polak off the window, no good. Rebound grab down by Pinkett. A chance for the Spartans to tie. Dion Pinkett, pocket pick. That's by Whitlock, around one. Whitlock slows things down. Devin Whitlock, there's Quentin Martin. Martin drives into the right block. Martin no good. Rebound, Polak knocked out of his hands. He saves, but it's right to Pinkett. And the Spartans a chance once more to tie. There's Stevenson. He looks to get to the cylinder and rattles it through.
And that's exactly what Stevenson wants to do.
We're tied at 6, 3:45 remaining in a low-scoring first quarter. Daniel Gordon to Polak, off to Quentin Martin. Platts will check in next time by for Montour. Devin Whitlock drives in. Whitlock to the left block, travels on his way down the lane, and he'll cough it back up to Montour as Platts replaces Elam. Elam's been probably the most dominant Spartan on the glass so far this afternoon. Platts gets the inbound. That's off to Del Tondo. Dante Del Tondo calling out the orders from the backcourt as he crosses over the midcourt line. Del Tondo pressured by Gordon, picks up his dribble, near side Platts in the left wing. Platts rolling, hand off Del Tondo, back to Platts. Platts from the left elbow, pulls up, sends it through, and the Spartans take their first lead of the game at 8-6, 3:08 remaining here in the first.
6 straight points here for the Montour Spartans. Seem to be getting into their rhythm offensively.
See if the Leopards can find the same as Martin gives the screen for Wade. He doesn't use it. Alonzo from 16, back iron, no. Rebound ripped down by Pinkett. Pinkett draped over and a foul called on Belle Vernon. Whitlock, Martin, and Polott surrounded, and it goes on Evan Polott. Third foul of the game already on the Belle Vernon Leopards, first on Evan Polott. And on the glass is right now where Montour has won this game to this juncture with the 8-6 lead. 4:41 and rolling here in the first quarter. Yeah. Del Tondo. Back up top. There's Stevenson. Stevenson, top of the key. Backpedals, pressured by Martin. Bounces off him once, now pulls back again. Looks to drive again. And Alonzo ties him up. Up top, Platts. Platts on the far side. Double team. Skitters through one, lost the handle, ball saved by Polott, up to Wade. Wade one-on-one, Alonzo drives in from the left side, off the window, around the horn, no good. Rebound, Martin. Martin stuffs it up, he's fouled. And Quentin Martin at the line for the second time today.
Martin's been having his way on the boards. 3 offensive rebounds right now for him, but still, like you said, a 2-1 advantage right now for Montour on the glass.
Del Tondo picks up his first. As Quentin Martin. 575 career points coming into today's game. Looks to increase upon that total here. Back iron, no. Martin 0 for 2 on the season, 61% for the sophomore.
I think it's safe to say free throw shooting is one of the Achilles heels for Belle Vernon.
Oh, absolutely. Been the course all year, just probably over 60%. As Quentin Martin rattles that one in, he's up to 5 points now. Belle Vernon back within 1. There's Del Tondo. Has Wolf on the near side, now directs traffic, that's Platts. Del Tondo wheeling back far side. Here comes Platts. Platts floats it to Wolf in the left wing. Wolf got Gordon in the air, pulls the trigger, rims it out, no good. Evan Polott grabs down the rebound. No Stevenson right now for Montour. He's getting a blow. As Whitlock drives down, blocked by Elam, off of Whitlock's shoulder and out.
Big block by Elam, his second already.
1:46 remaining here in the opening quarter. It's an 8-7 lead for Montour here in this low-scoring first quarter. Belle Vernon averaging over 70 points per game. As on the far side, it's Wolf. Wolf to Platts. Platts off the glass and in. Second bucket for the freshman Caleb Platts off the bench. Lead to 3 for Montour. There's Devin Whitlock. Whitlock on the far side. Bounce pass, Polott. Polott. There's Quentin Martin, top of the key. Looks to get moving in. Quentin tries to spin, middle of the paint, floats it up, banks it up, no good. Rebound, Platts again. The freshman has provided the spark the Spartans have needed thus far off the bench. Del Tondo wants the screen. He'll get it from Platts as an illegal screen given by the freshman Caleb Platts, picking up his first foul.
Yeah, good call. He kind of slid over as Whitlock tried to hedge that screen.
So Clancher comes in replacing Evan Polott. Jeremy, I know I'm a little surprised. Are you surprised we haven't seen Locks come in yet?
I am a little bit. I think it might be an experience thing, though.
As there is Devin Whitlock, right wing, up top, Gordon. Thought about the 3, now looks to drive in. Gordon turns it over, but it pinballs to Martin outside. Wade, the lefty, with the fake, drives in. Perfect dish, but travels first.
Yeah,
almost to perfection there for Belle Vernon.
Yeah, no rhythm so far for the Leopards on the offensive end.
Platts gets it in, that's to Stevenson. Stevenson floats it up, Del Tondo. Across, there's Elam, all too easy, off the window and in for Tyreek Elam. 5th Spartan on the board, they're up 12-7 with 33 in the first.
Yeah, the pace of this game is definitely in favor of Montour. Like you said, Whitlock and company.
And Belle Vernon, that's at least, I think, 3 travel and carry combined calls off turnovers for
Yeah,
Belle
I got
Vernon.
5 turnovers so far for the Leopards.
Whitlock a travel, a carry, and a travel on Alonzo Wade to this point. Now with 23 on the clock, Montour, a chance to increase their lead before the quarter break. There's Elam. Elam kicks it out to Platts, but he threw it into the Leopard bench. And Belle Vernon now a chance to cut into the deficit with 11.6 remaining in the first.
Yeah. 11 seconds remaining. Leopards can get the final shot here, maybe get some momentum heading into the second quarter.
Here's Whitlock. Whitlock with 5. Whitlock up top. Gordon with 3. Daniel Gordon off the iron, around and in at the buzzer for Daniel Gordon. His first 3 of the game cuts the lead to a 2-point game after 1.
It's his first 3-pointer.
This playoffs
in 2 games,
yeah. His 89th of his career came a huge moment, and it's 12-10 Spartans after 1 on your exclusive home for the WPIAL postseason, the TRIBLive High School Sports Network.
Candela's Barking Beauties, where our salon is your salon. 5 convenient, no appointment needed salons, all breeds welcome, and any size dogs. Visit www.candelarsbarkingbeauties.com or call 412-872-5550.
Back here on MVI Lives Coverage of the WPIAL postseason on the TRIBLive High School Sports Network. 12-10 Montour after 1. But Belle Vernon, a late 3 by Daniel Gordon, maybe gave the Leopards some life going into the second quarter.
Yeah, and like we just said as we were going to the commercial, that's his first 3-pointer of the playoffs. So maybe that gets him going here to where he becomes more of a threat than he was against Freeport.
1 quarter in the books, still 3 left to be played. Number 2 Montour up by 2 over number 3 Belle Vernon. Wolf the trigger, Wade guarding. Inside he goes to Del Tondo in the backcourt. Here comes Del Tondo up over the divide. Guarded by Daniel Gordon. Del Tondo shuffling to the near side. Del Tondo sees a lane, he takes it, floats it down low. Elam up off the glass and 1.
Quentin Martin didn't like that foul call.
Fourth foul of the game on Belle Vernon. First on Martin. Kovac back in. Clancher out. 7:44 remaining in the second. Elam, his second bucket of the game, looking to increase upon this Spartan lead, which sits at 4 at this moment. Shot up and in. Elam makes the Spartans 3 for 3 from the stripe here in this game. He's up to 5. That's the Spartans' lead. Devin Whitlock calling out the orders, guarded by Del Tondo, and an offensive foul underneath on Alonzo Wade.
Out-of-town score. Other semifinal here in Class 4A, Quaker Valley 17, Lincoln Park 8. As the Quakers were 5 of 6 from the three-point line, behind the three-point line in the opening quarter.
That game being played at RMU's UPMC Sports Complex as driving in, Elam no good. Rebound, Elam puts it up and puts it in. 5 points to start for Elam. Martin falling down, got it back to Whitlock, floats it no good. And Belle Vernon all out of sorts as Kovac blocks that one down from Pickett, out of bounds off of Kovac, but he saved a bucket there. Belle Vernon down by 7, and it won't surprise me if we see a timeout called sooner than later by Coach Joe Salvino.
Yeah, I would expect if Montour gets a basket here on this possession, we'll see a timeout.
Pinkett floats it up top. There's Wolf, now to Elam. Elam right to Stevenson, down low. Pinkett up off the window, rebound by Martin. And Martin wrapped up by Pinkett, and he draws the foul. That's his first. Fourth foul on the Spartans. Belle Vernon trying to cut it to at least a 5-point deficit. Possibly less if they can hit a three. As Whitlock calling out the orders. He's at a slow start. Near side, Alonzo Wade, the freshman, out to Gordon. Gordon to Kovac. Kovac to Whitlock. Whitlock left side. Whitlock for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Stevenson. Stevenson will bring it up the floor. Here comes Stevenson over the divider. Stevenson gets around Devin Whitlock, now guarded by Quentin Martin. Stevenson turns it over. Gordon to Whitlock. Whitlock off the window, no good. Yeah, Whitlock wanted a foul.
Those are baskets you have to have if you're Belle Vernon.
Del Tondo all alone. Back iron, no. Rebound out of bounds off of Quentin Martin. That's, again, as you said, buckets you have to have all alone. Even with the contact, Devin Whitlock got to find a way to knock that down. Platt's the trigger with 6:06 remaining in the quarter. 7-point lead for Montour over Belle Vernon. Platts has it up top, floats it back court. That's where it's taken over by Del Tondo. Up over the Bethel Park logo at center court. Del Tondo hands off to the freshman Platts. Alonzo Wade gets his second personal.
That's a bad foul that far away from the basket. He didn't have a line for the steal.
Two Leopards now with two fouls as Alonzo Wade and Tyler Kovac both have two here in the opening half. 7-point lead for Montour, and it's not the defense of Belle Vernon. Their offense is ice cold here in this one. Belle Vernon put up over 40 points in the first half against Freeport, but Montour, they're a different animal. Montour wants to prove it wasn't a fluke that first loss, and there's another foul on Martin.
Yeah, Martin got caught up in the air. Bad place to be.
Montour has the Leopards right where they want them at this juncture. 3 starters in foul trouble for Belle Vernon, only 10 points on the board for the Leopards. That's going to send Vason Stevenson to the line. First shot up and in. 3 points for Stevenson. 4 for 4 from the stripe today is Montour. Belle Vernon 1 for 3. Another point that Montour has dominated in this game. Another make. Vason Stevenson up to 4.
Here comes the timeout.
And a much-needed timeout called by the Leopards.
Yeah, Belle Vernon not even on the board yet here in the second quarter.
You thought maybe some life with Daniel Gordon knocking down the triple at the buzzer, but Montour took that punch in stride, and they have continued to roll. The Montour Spartans. They knew it was going to be a challenge coming in, Belle Vernon's athleticism, but they said rebounds and turnovers are going to be key. Belle Vernon's turned it over a lot, and Montour's rebounded very well so far in this game. And I think Belle Vernon hasn't created a lot of turnovers either. Montour has done the exact thing they wanted to, and added bonus, they've got the Leopards in foul trouble here in the first half.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how Belle Vernon comes out of this timeout, because you need a basket right here on this possession.
Again, first meeting, Devin Whitlock, 9 points, no Quentin Martin. You think that's a huge difference, especially with the exit of Isaiah Mosley. But Montour proving they're more than just that game, that it wasn't a fluke that they beat Belle Vernon earlier this year. And the thing is, your seniors, your Devin Whitlocks, your Daniel Gordons, do you want this to be your final game, or are you going to come out and throw the next punch here and try to close the gap? See if they can take that next punch to the chin of the Spartans. It's Devin Whitlock. Whitlock in the right side. Whitlock to Gordon. Fakes the three. Daniel Gordon has it knocked away, but he was fouled as the guilty party proves to be Jake Wolf. Pinkett will check back in. He replaces the guilty party in Wolf. Quentin Martin will trade spots as Whitlock will be the trigger here with 5:36 remaining in the opening half. Whitlock sends things in motion. Martin drives in. Bounce pass Kovac. One dribble. Blocked by Elam. That's number 3 for the big fella.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. Whitlock and Martin, or Kovac and Martin went to the same spot.
Alonzo Wade pulls the trigger. Rattles no good. Off the rim on the far side. Up top, Del Tondo. Del Tondo from deep. Got it! Del Tondo's first bucket of the game, and the first three for the Spartans make the lead 12. Whitlock can't close it out, and Martin fires into the stands. From bad to worse for Belle Vernon.
Yeah, definitely not the Belle Vernon team we're used to seeing so far.
Down by 12, Belle Vernon needs to start chipping away before the half. They are scoreless as we near 1 minute from the halfway mark of the quarter. Dion Pinkett. Pinkett back up top. That's where it's handled by Del Tondo. Back to Pinkett. A little catch up top. Inside Stevenson. Drives in. Stevenson. Pocket picked by Martin, but right to Elam. And Elam can't finish. Now it's Stevenson. Kicks out the flex far side. Platt saves it. Inside Stevenson. Bounces it up. No good. Rebound loose on the floor. Tied up. Still loose. And Gordon has it. And eventually they say no one had possession. Outside it goes. Del Tondo inside Stevenson. Stevenson. Back up top, Del Tondo. Offense resets for Montour. The Montour faithful applauding their team's efforts to this moment.
Leopard showing a 3-2 zone look here.
Del Tondo to Pinkett. Pinkett to Platts in the corner. Puts up the triple. Back iron, no. Rebound by Wade. The freshman scoreless thus far. He had 17 in his last game, averaging 15 over his last 4. Whitlock calling out the orders. Whitlock up top. Whitlock for 3. No good. Way off the mark for Devin Whitlock. And right now, I think if you're Belle Vernon, you got to work it inside to Quentin Martin. Let Quentin Martin go to work. That's what worked for them early on. Martin got to the line twice in the first, 2 layups, and 1 opportunity. And I think that's how Belle Vernon can find a way to close the gap. As it's only the first half, you don't need those threes yet as Stevenson can't hit. Rebound out of bounds off of Dion Pinkett.
Yeah, Belle Vernon's getting a couple stops here to last possessions, but they got nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Still over almost 4.5 minutes into this quarter, and the Belle Vernon Leopards are still looking for their first basket.
Near side, there's Alonzo Wade. On the PIAA logo, drives in, right elbow. Alonzo kicks out to Gordon. Gordon, step back with the triple. Gordon, no good, and nobody underneath the box out. Elam. It's been all too easy on the glass for Tyreek Elam. And Belle Vernon's going to get a pair of subs next stoppage by. Stevenson out to Pinkett for 3. Pinkett, no. Rebound Stevenson. Stevenson goes up. He was surrounded by 3 Leopards. Now Whitlock. Up to Martin. Martin in on Elam. Martin lays it up. No good. Another missed Leopard layup.
Martin, I mean, there's a little bit too fancy there. Just go up straight up. Elam was letting him have the basket.
See what Wade can do. The lefty from the left side. Steps to the middle. Alonzo knocks it down. First bucket of the quarter with 2:35 remaining in the half for Belle Vernon. The freshman cuts the lead back down to 10. Del Tondo tries to spin away from Daniel Gordon. Del Tondo on the left side. Gordon picks his pocket. Here comes Gordon. Gordon with the right lays it home. 5 for Daniel Gordon. And a timeout called by Montour. And those missed layups look even bigger for Belle Vernon because you make those 2.
You're within a basket.
Exactly.
But good time out there by Coach Manier as you get, Belle Vernon starting to get a little momentum here, using their defense to create their offense. You get a quick timeout, leave the run right now at 4-0, and see if you can get a basket here on your next possession.
See what the Leopards can do. The defense has held them in. Polot and Locks were getting ready to check in. We'll see if they will, as it looks like Coach Salvino out of the timeout might stay with that same group.
Oh, you got to get him.
But looks like he is going to bring those 2 in. So give the freshman Wade a blow. Give Kovac a break. And I think Locks needs to go plant himself on Elam and make life difficult for Tyreek Elam underneath because no one else has here this afternoon.
Well, and that's the thing. I think this is more of a, if you're not going to rebound timeout or substitution, then we're going to put in a couple other bigger guys to see if they could rebound.
And they're going to switch it off. Martin's guarding Elam. Stevenson guarded by Locks, the 6'5 sophomore. As driving in, Del Tondo, he's fouled by Daniel Gordon, who says he went straight up. but the officials say no. Only the first on Daniel Gordon, sending Del Tondo to the line for the first time today. Gang Green not a fan, as Del Tondo puts that one down right in front of them. 6 for 6 from the line is Montour. 7 for 7, 5 for Del Tondo. Lead back at 10. There's Evan Polott. Martin has it knocked away, but right to Polott. Polott underhand tries to feed to Whitlock. Whitlock could not get it.
Whitlock wanted a travel call there. I think it was Del Tondo spinning around on the floor.
Now it's Stevenson. That one's knocked out from behind. Devin Whitlock, the guilty party. And that's not where you can send Montour. As this lead's going to continue to grow in Belle Vernon, they're going to be out of this game before they really had a chance if they continue to send this team to the line.
Yeah, you mentioned 7 for 7 as Stevenson looks to make it 9 for 9 here.
He's already 2 for 2 and no miss. As that one rattled around the cylinder and out. Polott out, Cunningham in. Provides a little more spark from beyond the arc for Belle Vernon with Logan Cunningham entering the game. Again, Belle Vernon just down by 10. Very sloppy, unclean game for the Leopards as 0 for 2 goes Basin Stevenson. Now it's Devin Whitlock trying to cut it back to single digits. Whitlock, bounce pass, there's Cunningham, back to Devin Whitlock. Whitlock, top of the key. Devin Whitlock drives in. Whitlock underneath, and another travel called on Devin Whitlock. And I can see why Devin Whitlock is frustrated. Not that I don't agree their travels, but it's the same stuff he's been doing the course of the season.
He's gotten away with that the whole season so far.
So I think that's more or less where the frustration lies, is Whitlock's doing the same thing he's done all year long, as we've had the pleasure of watching a lot of Devin Whitlock this year. As there's Dion Pinkett. Pinkett up top, Del Tondo, near side, Stevenson. Stevenson in the left wing, rolling. Tries to back off Locks, gets around him, foul line, kickoff, steal by Gordon. Gordon in transition, Gordon with the right, lays it in. 7 for Daniel Gordon. Lead back to 8, see if the Spartans hold for 1. 50 on the clock. Most likely if Montour does not hold for 1, they won't get it back. Straight to the bucket, fouled was Del Tondo, who went sliding into the bleachers underneath the basket to our left.
So you got 4 out of your 5 starters for Belle Vernon with 2 fouls. Which hopefully they can go without one for the next 43 seconds and get to the half.
Del Tondo already 2 for 2. Now that's 3 straight misses after 7 straight makes to start for the Montour Spartans. Packed house here at Bethel Park High School for this semifinal matchup. Winner gets Quaker Valley or Lincoln Park, and it's 4 straight misses from the stripe for Montour. Belle Vernon can cut the lead down to 6 possibly before the break. Gordon hit a buzzer beater to end the first quarter, and an illegal screen by Locks.
That's just stuff you can't have if you're Belle Vernon. You can't have silly fouls like that way out away from the action, especially on an illegal screen call. And now they're shooting, well, not on that one, but everything along the way here is going to be 2 shots for Montour over the next half a minute.
Del Tondo calling out the orders with 30 on the clock. The question is still, does Montour decide to hold for 1? Belle Vernon cannot foul if you are really any of the big 3 starters. As off the deflection, Whitlock almost had the steal. Now it's Wolf driving in. Underneath, Martin slaps it free. Pinkett got it back, muscles it up, no good. Rebound grab, Pinkett blocked by Gordon. And here comes Martin off to Daniel Gordon. Gordon drives in, pulls out with 5. Short corner 2, no. Put back, Martin buried before the buzzer. Daniel Gordon has kept the Leopards alive. Layups, blocks, and then Quentin Martin cleaning up the garbage to make it 24-18 at the half. Belle Vernon only 8 points that quarter, but they're still hanging around thanks to Daniel Gordon and Quentin Martin with the tip drill at the buzzer. Your score after 1 half. Montour 24, Belle Vernon 18, a low-scoring affair here on MVI Lives coverage of the WPIAL postseason exclusively on the TRIBLive High School Sports Network. When we come back, we'll be sitting down with Belle Vernon bench boss Joe Salvino right here on the TRIBLive High School Sports Network. Swiss Alpine Dry Cleaners, more than just the cleaners. We have a complete seamstress shop that takes care of all your alterations and sewing needs. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Call at 412-896-8082. Or visit us at your convenience, located in Elizabeth Township, inside Swiss Alpine Village. You can also visit us online at SwissAlpineDryCleaners.com.
Candela's Barking Beauties, where our salon is your salon. 5 convenient, no appointment needed salons, all breeds welcome, and any size dogs. Visit www.CandelarsBarkingBeauties.com or call 412-872-5550.
Back here at the half on MVI Live as another halftime interview, this time joined by Belle Vernon head coach Joe Salvino. Coach, really appreciate you taking the time to join us at the half.
I appreciate you having me.
So it's been a great year so far for you guys, a couple hiccups along the way, but overall you coached so many phenomenal teams throughout your course of your career. Where does this one rank with this group of kids?
It ranks up there. I mean, this group of kids is kind of special. Some of these kids were freshmen when I first got here, and then you had somebody like Devin Whitlock, and then Quentin Martin comes, and then Alonzo Wade's here. So I mean, it's nice.
And there's a lot of pressure, in a sense, put on you from outside sources. Not necessarily the team sees it that way, but how do you guys deal with the expectations, I guess might be the better word, that is on this program when you have the caliber of talent you guys do?
Well, I think the kids are used to it, especially they went through football, and, it just carries over to the basketball season. So I think the kids are able to handle that very well.
So one thing, not a team milestone, but a personal milestone that you're nearing on, and possibly, if things go the way you guys hope this postseason, could get your 700th win throughout the WPIAL postseason. What would that mean to you to pick up that milestone?
Well, it means I coached a lot of great ball players, and a lot of the coaches that coach with me, I appreciate it. Just like the game itself, it's not my individual reward. It's everybody that has been involved with me, like I said, players and coaches. I mean, I'm honored that the names that they mention, that I'm up there with them. That's an honor to me.
So for you, a few years back now, coming into Belle Vernon from Monessen, how has that kind of differed with coaching at all, if it has at all, just the different milestone or different, I guess, setting from a 1A to or 2A school to a 4A school now?
Yeah, just a different atmosphere. The first year was a little bit hard. I mean, you're trying to adjust to the kids, and then the kids are trying to adjust to you. But then I think after that, everybody started to know who I was and what I expected to happen. And fortunately, we've been doing very well here. We was in a WPIAL championship 2 years ago, went to the semifinals last year, and hopefully this year we get to go far and, get into the States and see what can happen.
So what do you guys as a team have to do to find a way to get that over that hump in a sense? You've got to the finals, you got to the semis, but you haven't been able to win it, and this is kind of the last hurrah with Whitlock, with Gordon. So what do you guys have to do to get over that hump and get that WPIAL title this year?
Well, I think we have to start playing better defense. I think it starts with defense. If we get a lot of transition points, a lot of easier buckets instead of having to work so hard to get them, that's a plus. And then again, we have to run our offense and do the normal things. Rebounding and foul shooting is, especially when you get in the playoffs, foul shooting is very important.
So one thing that I've noticed with your group of guys, they like to have a lot of fun on the court. Sometimes that's too much. I think that's a great way to put it. How do you kind of keep that all together when you have all those athletes like Whitlock, like Martin, who are one is going Division I, one is almost certainly going Division I with all the offers he already has.
Right.
So how do you kind of rein that in to keep them from kind of just taking advantage of the situation. It's like, okay, we can go out and we can have all this fun, but we still have to play a basketball game. So how do you kind of keep that all in check?
Well, I tell them that, we don't want to embarrass anybody. So it's okay in a sense to have a little bit of fun, but we're not going out there to embarrass anybody. And sometimes the games get boring when you're winning, when you're up by 30 points, and you know that you could do those types of things. But I tried to rein them in, and like I said, it's not a circus. It's a basketball game, and we're not embarrassing anybody.
And one final question for you, Coach, before we can get back to the second half of our game here on MVI Live and the TRIBLive High School Sports Network. But I've asked a lot of players this question because it was something that went through my head when I was playing basketball, that it was during the national anthem for me, it was always one of those last calming moments as a player to get my head and thoughts regrouped. So what goes through your head those final moments, that last couple minutes when the anthem's playing before you're about to go out and coach your team, hopefully for another victory?
Well, my heart starts to beat a little bit more faster. I know that, especially in playoff time or any big game. And everything like what we have to do, what's expected of the team, and everything that we have to do to get a victory.
All right, Coach, I really appreciate you taking out the time again to do this with us.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, and thank you very much, and you do a great job.
Thank you. Again, that's head coach Joe Salvino, looking for win number 700 in his career, hoping to get his team back to the WPIAL Championship game when we come back here on MVI Live and the TRIBLive High School Sports Network. We'll have half number 2 of your game.
Doreen Walters, your full-time realtor and a master certified negotiating expert. One of the most positively reviewed agents on Zillow in southwestern Pennsylvania, with the best marketing and maximum exposure, and a lifelong resident of the Mon Valley.
If you're looking for handmade gifts this season, check out Chloe and Me Candles. All of their products are made in-house since 2014. Their waxes are a proprietary blend of soy, paraffin, coconut, and corn, and they use cotton core wicks and phthalate-free oils. Their body products are made with the finest quality oils, butters, and salts for your skin. Check them out at 205 West Main Street in Monongahela or call 724-298-8696.
Stop on down to Hills Restaurant, Main Street in New Eagle. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, dine in or take out. Online ordering now available at hills-restaurant.com. Hills Restaurant, the best kept secret in the Valley. You can call them at 724-258-5422.
Itty bitty treasures and more at Riverside Village Shops for something extra special. Memory domes, engraving, awards, screen printing, embroidery, gifts, and so much more. Riverside Village Shops located at 127 Spear Street in Belle, Vernon.
Come to Trigimbo Motors, a top-rated Pittsburgh area dealership for over 55 years to actually enjoy car buying. From their extensive high-quality selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks, you'll receive personal care and attention and enjoy your experience at Trigimbo Motors of Bentleyville. Visit their website at trigimbo-motors.com or visit them at 125 Wilson Road in Bentleyville. Back here at the half on MVI Lives coverage of the WPIAL postseason exclusively on the TRIBLive High School Sports Network at the half, 24-18. Montour over Belle Vernon hasn't been pretty, but Belle Vernon inched back as of late. And I think an interesting thing to note, out of the 4 teams remaining in the 4A playoff bracket, 3 are in the top 4 in scoring inside the classification. No team in the 4A semifinals reached 30 at the half. Quaker Valley up 29-22 over Lincoln Park after the first half of play. Winner of this game gets the winner of that game.
It's going to be interesting to see if, I think one of the worst things that could have happened to Belle Vernon was that half to end when it did. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep that momentum coming out here in the beginning of the third quarter. They will have the ball to start, so come out, score quick, or at least get the first bucket of the half. Cut it to a 4-point or even a 3-point game here, and it's a whole new ball game. But the biggest thing, they got that 8-2 run to end the half and cut the lead in half before the halftime.
8 minutes on the clock in the third. Belle Vernon basketball. See what the Leopards can do. Down by 6. They didn't reach 20 in the first half. They had over 20 in the first quarter on Wednesday. As there's Devin Whitlock. Whitlock up top, Daniel Gordon. Gordon far side to Tyler Kovac. Kovac, Whitlock from 14 out. Floats it up and in. And one for Devin Whitlock. Perfect start for the Pitt commit. As Devin Whitlock cuts the lead to 4, can he make it 3? Over 1,700 career points for Whitlock. He adds one more. A quick 3-point spurt for the Leopards to start out of the break. Whitlock not necessarily a known free throw shooter either, but knocked down a huge one there. Pinkett. Dion Pinkett picks up his dribble. Wolf looked like he got knocked in the face. Kick out. Del Tondro all alone. Rattles it through.
Big response.
As he's up to 7. Make it 8. As at the other end, the Leopards answer. It's Whitlock again. 27-23. Montour on top. 1 minute gone here in the third. Stevenson. Wade tries to rip it free. Now Del Tondo. Del Tondo. Guarded by Gordon. Rolling left. Handoff. Dion Pinkett. Pinkett back to Del Tondo. Del Tondo floats it in. Elam kick out. Wolf all alone. Dribbles it back. Stevenson now. Kick out. Wolf again. The sophomore gets it back to Stevenson. Stevenson right block. Lays it up. Back iron no. Rebound Quentin Martin. Here comes Devin Whitlock. He has the first 5 of the quarter for Belle Vernon. Gordon for 3. Got it! Daniel Gordon from downtown into double digits with 10. The lead down to 1.
Here come the Leopards.
Second 3 of the game for Daniel Gordon. 90th of his career. Near side turnover. And the Leopards a chance to lead for the first time since the first.
I thought maybe we might get a quick timeout right there by Montour, but he's going to let him play it out.
Devin Whitlock starting to feel it looks like, as well as Daniel Gordon. Whitlock up top for 3 in the lead. He comes up short. Elam with the rebound. Might have been a case of a little too much confidence there for Whitlock and the Leopards. Now Del Tondo, foul line, floats it up, banks it in. Del Tondo with 5. Here this half. 3-point lead for Montour. Floated into Quentin Martin. Martin getting to work, and Quentin Martin blocked from behind, out of bounds. Last touched by the Spartans.
Yeah, that double team came over real quick.
Salvino wants the foul. He will not get it. Looks like Devin Whitlock was getting some advice from his football coach, as Humbert looked to be saying something to him on the sideline. Now driving in, Elam up no good. Rebound saved by the Spartans. Back outside, Del Tondo for 3. Rebound Whitlock. Gordon up ahead. Floats it that way. Gordon to Martin off the window, no good. And a foul underneath on Elam. And Martin frustrated with himself.
All right.
Tyreek Elam gets his first foul of the game. 5:15 remaining here in the third. Leps down by 3. They have the ball. Into Wade. Back to Whitlock. Catch, release, foul. He'll shoot 2.
That's going to be 3 on Del Tondo, it looks like. He got 2 quick ones here in the second half, and he's going to be heading to the bench. Platt's ready to check in.
Devin Whitlock at the charity stripe. Sends it up, front iron, no for Devin Whitlock. Devin Whitlock's made his name for himself on the football field. trying to cement his legacy on the basketball floor as well, as he goes 0 for 2. Wolf to Pinkett. Pinkett was held to 2 in the first quarter. Platt sees a lane, blocked by Martin as Quinton denies the freshman.
There comes the timeout.
5:02 remaining in the third quarter. 3-point Montour lead. As Belle Vernon trying to claw their way back into this against the Spartans. And just a reminder that this game and the broadcast rights of this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL and the TRIBLive High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the viewing and listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from the WPIAL and Trib Total Media is strictly prohibited. Devin Whitlock, 5 out of the break, 3 for Daniel Gordon, and 5 for Dante Del Tondo. He also picked up a pair of personals, giving him 3 and a spot on the bench. Belle Vernon lost the thriller at home last year to North Catholic in the semifinals. They lost the championship the year before. The seniors have been there and done that, but the question is, can they get to the big game and win it? They have to take care of business here first as Pinkett denied. Martin knocks it up. Whitlock finds it. There goes Whitlock. Whitlock lost it, got it back underneath Alonzo Wade now. Wade in the left corner, inside Martin. Martin back to Wade, up to Whitlock for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound Whitlock. Whitlock floats it from 15, no good. And the rebound slapped out off the hands of Martin.
I think Martin wanted another foul on Elam there.
And I don't know the Montour student section telling Devin Whitlock he sucks is the best idea. Give that kid a little more fire in his veins.
Yeah, you don't want him to get going. I think that might be what Coach Humbert told him. It's time to flip that switch.
Coach Humbert, before last year's football season, told me that kid has the it factor. Big moments he lives for. And this is a big moment for Devin Whitlock in his high school career, and a foul called on Kovac, his 3rd. Three fouls for Tyler Kovac. First one against the Leopards. Trigger is the freshman. Platts on the near side. Pinkett guarded by Whitlock. He's done a great job on Pinkett today. 2 points from the charity stripe for the man who put up 28 against Burrell. Quaker Valley again was leading at the half. The winner of this game gets the winner of that one. Pinkett fouled by Whitlock. Second foul on Devin Whitlock. Stole by Whitlock. There's Gordon in transition. Gordon fouled hard by Stevenson. And Daniel Gordon will shoot a pair from the line. As Vason Stevenson hammered Daniel Gordon. First time at the line for the Leopards, leading scorer of the game, Daniel Gordon. 74% on the season for Gordon. Gordon's true. Give him 11. Lead down to 2. Gordon can make it 1. Daniel lines up. Through the motion, puts it up. The senior misses. Wade knocked it free, but Pinkett has it. Here comes Pinkett in transition, near side. Wolf in the right wing. Wolf kicks it. There's Stevenson, right corner. Back out to Wolf. Wolf floats it to Platts. Platts drives in. Extended post, puts it up. Put back, Pinkett, yes. First bucket from the floor for Dion Pinkett. It took him a while, but they cannot let him get going if you're Belle Vernon. That's an offensive foul on Martin.
That's number 3.
And head coach Salvino livid. He doesn't like the explanation he got either. I think he's even more fired up. Montour up by 4, a chance to increase. Wolf guarded by Kovac, got around him. Wolf now guarded by Wade. Kicks it off to Stevenson, near side to Platts. Platts, the freshman, drives in, right elbow. Floats it down low, Pinkett, up no good, rebound. Pinball's free, Whitlock has it, skitters to Wade. Wade 2-on-1, the lefty takes it himself. He's fouled by Stevenson.
That's going to be the third foul on Stevenson as well. Wade got to look up a little sooner, though. He had Kovac for an open layup on the right side, and he didn't pass it to him, but he didn't. Luckily, he was able to draw the foul, and Wade, arguably the best free throw shooter on the team, so at least late here in the season.
Yeah, didn't start that way, but as of late, Alonzo's been true from the line, including an excellent performance on Wednesday. The southpaw through the motion. The freshman rattles it no good. Big miss there for Alonzo Wade. 3:16 remaining in the third.
Belle Vernon hits their free throws. They're winning this game.
Can Alonzo correct it second time by? Wade will. 3 points for Alonzo Wade. Lead sits at 3 for the Montour Spartans. Pinkett dealing with the Belle Vernon press. Near side, there goes Elam, and Elam off the window, off the iron and in.
What a roll.
As they answer the Belle Vernon 1 with 2. Now Wade drives in, up no good, rebound Whitlock. Whitlock surrounded, gets it.
He had no business coming out of there, let alone with the ball and a basket.
Lead back to 3. Montour missed an option. Pinkett was all alone in the front court. Now Elam drives in, and Elam lays it home. 11 now for Elam. Lead back to 5. Still 2:27 remaining in the third. Whitlock way outside and way short.
Belle Vernon they need to get a stop here.
First time today we're going to see Ricardo Johnson McLean, the 6'3 junior.
That's a good substitution there. You want to make sure Elam's fresh heading into the fourth quarter, where he probably will not come out of the game. Arguably been the best player here tonight for Montour.
There goes Wolf driving in, and Wolf, the sophomore, increases the lead back to 7. Belle Vernon had a chance to pull within 1 and a chance to take the lead this quarter, but now they're down by 7. This is a big sequence for the Leopards. There's Daniel Gordon. Gordon driving. Gordon, top of the key. Kick out. Whitlock. Whitlock floats it up. Devin Whitlock fouled. And he'll shoot 2. He's 1 for 3 in the contest. Pinkett gets his second foul. Belle Vernon's going to be doing a lot of shooting if fouling continues in the course of this game. The question is, can the Leopards actually knock them through? This is a 2-shot for Whitlock. Devin got it. Give Devin Whitlock 10, surpassing his total in the first meeting, but again, he only played a half. Quinton hasn't scored this quarter for the Leopards. As Whitlock, 2 for 2, give him 11. Lead back down to 5. Can Belle Vernon find the stop? As it's Pinkett. Dion Pinkett got it off. As bringing it up the other way, that comes the sophomore Wolf. Over the Blackhawks logo at center court here at Bethel Park High School. Wolf to Elam. Elam inside. There's Pinkett driving in, floats it up, no good. Rebound Whitlock. Whitlock turns it over, and it's knocked out, and Belle Vernon basketball. Almost utter disaster for the Leopards. Devin Whitlock to Gordon, all alone. Not a good sight for the Spartans, but he misses. Johnson McLean with the board.
Gordon's not going to get that open the rest of this game.
As back the other way, the sophomore Wolf. Calling out the orders, guarded by Gordon. 1 on the clock here in the third. Wolf from outside, drains it. The sophomore up to 7. Lead back to 8. What the Leopards have not been able to do, Wolf has, and Wolf fouls Daniel Gordon. Daniel Gordon will shoot 1 and 1.
Gordon's going to go to the line here.
He is 1 for 2. He has to make the first. Always got to make sure you get yourself that second opportunity, especially down by 8 with 42 seconds remaining here in the third. Gordon sends it up, sends it through. 12 points for Daniel Gordon. See if he can go 2 for 2 from the line. Gordon through the motion. Gordon puts it up, sends it through. Daniel Gordon to 13, lead back at 6. Near side, it's taken by Elam, floats it to Wolf. Wolf guarded by Martin, floats it up. There's the freshman Platts driving in. Platts stops up, down low. Elam fakes out Wade, and Elam lays it in. 13 for Elam, 25 on the clock. Alonzo Wade, 42-34 Montour. Now it's taken by Devin Whitlock. Whitlock looking like the Leopards will hold for 1. Trying to cut it to at least a 6-point deficit before the half. Martin sets the screen. Whitlock to Martin. Martin lays it up and lays it in. Belle Vernon's beat the buzzer every quarter. And it's 42-36 after 3.
Martin's first basket of the second half. Gonna need more of him in the fourth quarter.
As at the end of 3, 42-36. Montour on top of Belle Vernon, but the Leopards looking to come back. They haven't led since the first. We'll see what happens when we come back for the conclusion of this one right here on your exclusive home for the WPIAL postseason, the TRIBLive High School Sports Network.
Swiss Alpine Dry Cleaners, more than just a cleaners. We have a complete seamstress shop that takes care of all your alterations and sewing needs. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Call at 412-896-8082. Or visit us at your convenience, located in Elizabeth Township, inside Swiss Alpine Village. You can also visit us online at SwissAlpineDryCleaners.com.
Back here, quarter number 4. 3 chapters written here in this tale, and a trip on the championship game is on the line. The Leopards looked like they had a chance to get back in and take the lead. They were unable to. Montour regrew their advantage to 42-36 at the start of the final quarter of regulation. It's going to be Spartan basketball as well.
Biggest thing for Belle Vernon, come out here and get a stop quickly. And I expect them to try to push the pace here.
Pinkett turns it over to Martin. They get the stop. Do the Leopards have the score? It's Alonzo. Wade, the freshman, drives into the left side. Wade buries it. 5 points for Alonzo Wade. Lead back to 4. Now it's Wolf. Floats it up. Elam to Pinkett. He's all alone. Drives in on Gordon. Tries to spin away. Pinkett up top to Del Tondo. Del Tondo pushing off Whitlock. As that one pinballs into the backcourt. They say off the deflection. So now it's Stevenson. Far side, Pinkett pulls up and Gordon somehow doesn't foul. As now it's Del Tondo. He's been hot outside. Misses that one. Rebound Gordon had it look like, but it's knocked out. .7:17 remaining in the fourth. 42-38. Montour on top of Belle Vernon. Pinkett outside. Now it's taken by Stevenson. Near side, Del Tondo around the horn. Wolf for 3. Right into the hands of Daniel Gordon off the air ball.
Big possession here for the Leopards. Cut it to a one-possession game.
Inside Kovac. Kovac outside Whitlock. Devin Whitlock to Martin. Martin going to work on Stevenson. Puts it up and puts it in. Quentin Martin into double digits with 11. Lead to 2. Near side Stevenson.
Nearly a 5-second
Martin
call
has to be
inbound.
careful. He was. Now Elam turns it over to Wade. Leopards a chance to tie. It's Wade, the freshman. Wade lost it, got it back. Wade to Whitlock. Whitlock to Kovac. Kovac drives in. Kovac kicks to Gordon. Top of the key for the lead. No, rebound off the fingertips of Martin. And a travel on Dion Pinkett.
Good call. Kind of lost his balance there, regained it, then put the ball down. Craig Spizak right on that. We got a timeout taken here by Belle Vernon. They look to take their first lead since the first quarter.
6:14, make it 19. Here in quarter number 4, the Leopards trying to punch their ticket to the big dance for the second time in 3 years. This is where their season came to the end a year ago. Same spot, different location, but it was the semifinals to North Catholic. Belle Vernon, they battled from behind all afternoon long. Down by 2, can the Spartans hang on? And the thing is, one thing we said they had to do was shut down Stevenson and Pinkett. They've been able to do that thus far. 4 for Stevenson, 4 for Dion Pinkett, who had 28 again against Burrell. But it's been the freshman Wolf with 7. You add 9 for Del Tondo and 13 for Tyreek Elam, who's probably been the best player either side here in this game.
Right, and it comes back down to it, like you said, too. Every foul by Montour along the rest of the way, Belle Vernon's at the line.
Gordon to Martin. Quinton Martin. Backing down Elam. Martin to the paint. Picks up his dribble, floats it to Wade, handoff Whitlock off the dump. Screen by Martin. There goes Whitlock driving in. He's fouled. And Whitlock a chance to tie at the line.
And that's going to be 4 on Del Tondo.
See if that forces the hand, and it will.
He just gave a wave in front of the official, and the official's tracking him down. Craig Spizak didn't like that very much. Whitlock with a chance to tie the game here with 2 from the line.
Devin Whitlock drains the first. 12 points for the Whitlock. Devin Whitlock has that it factor. That's what I've been told from every coach I've talked to about Devin Whitlock. Shines in the big moments. Right now, the spotlight is at its brightest and Whitlock cannot hit. But the rebound, Kovac off to Gordon, down by 1 of the Leopards. It's Devin Whitlock calling out the play. Screen by Quinton Martin. Pick and roll. Down low. Elam the interception.
Yeah, Elam read that the whole way.
Back up top, Wolf near side. Taken by Stevenson. Martin trying to front Elam. Elam not a fan.
Yeah, Elam wanted that ball, and Martin was a step behind him, and he's a little frustrated he didn't get it in time.
5:32 remaining here in the fourth. Kovac, Gordon, double team Wolf. He gets the Platts for 3. Off the putback, Pickett knocks it through. Lead back to 3 for Montour. See if the Leopards can find a strike in the offensive end. Martin, another screen and an offensive foul. Martin's got 4.
3 of his fouls have been those kind of fouls on the illegal screens.
And that's huge.
That's one player you cannot afford to lose.
We showed how big of you saw how big of a loss it was earlier this season when Quinton wasn't available against Montour.
I wonder, they might want to think about rotating somebody else on Elam down underneath.
Far side, the sophomore drains the triple. Anytime the Leopards have got life, the Spartans have denied. Here comes Whitlock. Whitlock dishes it off. Kovac wasn't ready.
We got a foul call. Somebody's going to the line. It looks like it's
Whitlock.
going to be Whitlock.
Number 10, Dion Pinkett, his 3rd team lane. Whitlock at the line shooting 1 of 1.
4:45 remaining here in the fourth. 47-41. Huge free throws for Devin Whitlock. He'll get another. 13 points for Devin Whitlock. Whitlock through the motion with the right up and in. Give Devon 14. 47-43 your score. Inbound Wolf. Kovac almost took it away, then Gordon almost took it away, and Daniel Gordon picks up his third foul of the game. Make that Kovac his fourth. And I know that it's Kovac getting his fourth versus Gordon his third, and I think Belle Vernon would take that trade-off almost.
Absolutely.
Keep Gordon playing that aggressive nature. As Wade all over Stevenson. Now it's flipped to the middle. Elam, Martin has to be careful. He just lets him go, and Elam lays it home.
Yeah, that's the thing. You might want to put somebody else on Elam just to kind of spell Martin so he doesn't get that fifth foul and you don't have to let him go.
Alonzo Wade fouled going to the cylinder. And now Alonzo will shoot two. It's double bonus the rest of the way as Vason Stevenson picks up number 4. Alonzo 1 for 2 at the line. He needs both. Belle Vernon can't trade 1 for 2 with Montour. 6 points for the freshman Alonzo Wade. Evan Polott will replace Quentin Martin. Five-point game, 4:25 remaining in the fourth. Alonzo through the motion, sends it up. Back iron, no. Rebound Stevenson, and Stevenson fouled. They're going to call that on Evan Polott. Second foul on Evan Polott. 4:24 remaining in the fourth, 49-44. Montour on top of Belle Vernon. Inbound Elam. Elam guarded by Polott. Here comes Elam pushing the issue, almost lost it. Easy layup for Elam. 17 for Elam. And Elam looking to put the dagger into the heart of the Leopards.
Martin quickly checks back in.
Here comes Whitlock from outside. No good. Rebound knocked out. Last touch by Kovac.
See if Belle Vernon has one last run in them. Every run they've had, Montour's held them off just enough.
Montour, they've been up to the task. The number 2 seed. Up the other way. Driving in, kick out, nobody home. Wolf turns it over. 3:52 remaining in the fourth. Belle Vernon needs stops and scores, and they cannot wait. Whitlock calling out the orders as he shows a 2 above his head. Around the horn, there's Gordon for 3. Got it! Daniel Gordon up to 16. Lead to 4. Now it's Wade falling down. Stevenson running the distance. Lost the handle. Fouled by Gordon from behind.
That's 3 fouls on Gordon, and that's going to send him to the line now.
Stevenson started 2 for 2. He's missed his last 2 attempts. First time this half that Montour has been to the charity stripe. Belle Vernon's got there a lot. And again, if Belle Vernon makes their free throws, this is a different story right now. Can Stevenson do that? Stevenson, no, won't get another. Here comes Martin. Martin back to Devin Whitlock. Near side Alonzo. Alonzo to Gordon. Whitlock has to get in the front court. There's Wade into Martin. Martin goes up. He's fouled from behind. 3:16 remaining in the fourth. Elam got number 2. Quentin Martin to the stripe. He's 50% there today. He's shooting 2. Martin looks short. He is. Kind of just didn't get that follow through going there.
Nah.
That's a big miss for Martin. He had a chance to put this to a 2-point deficit. Now the best he can do is 3. The sophomore drains it. Lead at 3. Belle Vernon needs some more stops. Floated up, it's Elam. Elam too far! And the Leopards, in a one-possession game, have the rock with 3:15 remaining in the fourth.
Big turnover, and Elam's just telling Platts right now, just settle down a little bit. You know,
that's again a freshman out there.
I was going to say, Platts has performed well, but in the end, he's still a 14, 15-year-old kid. You know, it's a big moment. You want him to settle down a little bit.
Devin Whitlock off a foot.
Kick.
Or no, they're going to call foul.
Wow. I thought they were going to get a kick.
Foul goes against the freshman Platts, his second.
But that's going to be 2 shots, so Whitlock can cut it to a 1-point game. And like I said, every time Belle Vernon has gotten within a possession, Montour's always had to answer. Can Belle Vernon get that stop?
Whitlock, 15. Again, Devin Whitlock's one of those kids. He's not the best free throw shooters, but he makes them when it counts. The majority of the time, Whitlock's been true in huge moments. That one no good. Rebound, Pinkett. Pinkett bounces off. Pass off to Wolf. Now up top, Platts, guarded by Devin Whitlock. Whitlock still has the ability to be aggressive with 2, but they will be shooting the rest of the way. Del Tondo. Wheels, looks near side. Wade and Whitlock guard. Platts spins away, the freshman down the lane. He's fouled.
That's going to be 4 on Gordon, I believe.
It will be. I think that's a better scenario for Belle Vernon than Martin with 5, and still not good either way. Platts at the line, the freshman, for the first time today. And Belle Vernon's going to call a full timeout here. 2:46 remaining in the fourth. 51-49, Montour on top. Belle Vernon hasn't led since the first. But they've been clawing and digging their way back throughout the course of this one. And the question is, can they find a way to beat the Spartans? They lost to them earlier this year. But Belle Vernon, they haven't played their game necessarily a lot tonight. And Montour, you got to give them a ton of credit. Anytime Belle Vernon delivers a blow, Montour punches right back. Whether it be the sophomore Wolf with 10, Tyreek Elam with 17, they have got the job done, and those two have really led the way. Elam, by far, I think, has been the best player either side here this evening, or afternoon, I should say.
Without a doubt, and, you know, I think it was a big thing. Quentin Martin didn't score until the end of the third quarter. They did a good job of fronting him underneath the post, and they weren't able to get that teardrop pass that they like to do inside until the very end. He's been a little bit more assertive, but now he has to be careful with those 4 fouls, him and Gordon both. Because you do not want Gordon, if it comes down to a last-second three-point attempt, Gordon's the one you want on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. Making sure no court storming happening.
Yeah, they made that announcement yesterday, too, and McKeesport didn't listen after that game.
I mean, you know, I don't think you blame them either. Huge win for them over Trinity as the freshman drains it. Huge moment for the freshman. Can he make it a 2-possession game once more with 2:46 remaining in the fourth? He can. That's why you practice your free throws so much every day at practice for moments like this. And the freshman, the bright lights of the semifinals were not too much for him that sequence by. Devin thought about the 3, moves in closer. Whitlock floats it into Martin. Martin driving all the way around. Martin still has it. He has it taken away by Platts. Platts to Del Tondo.
Yeah, I think Q just tried to do a little bit too much under there.
Wade the steal, floated back to Alonzo. Alonzo drives in, off the glass and in. Alonzo Wade. Up to 8, lead back to 2. Belle Vernon needs a stop with 2 minutes remaining. There's Pinkett. Pinkett up top. Platts drives, foul line, 15-footer. Back iron, no. Belle Vernon a chance to tie, but Pinkett the steal. Pinkett drives in, and he's fouled by Kovac. He's gone.
He better be careful. He gets that technical.
And I mean, Kovac doesn't have really a reason to complain. If he stays straight up, he's good. But Kovac brought the arm down.
He brought the arm down. Anytime Even if you touch him or not, anytime you bring that arm down, the referees are going to call the foul. It looks like we're going to have Logan Cunningham in. It will put another shooter on the floor.
As we get the timeout, 1:51 remaining in the fourth, 53-51. Pinkett at the stripe, and Pinkett's 2 for 2 there. Belle Vernon needs him to miss at least one to keep it a one-possession game. Still plenty of time to work, but the thing is, Belle Vernon doesn't want to put themselves in a situation where it's 3 or bust.
Yeah, you want to leave all your options open. You might look for a Whitlock drive or a kick or an inside to Martin, play inside out a little bit, or you just go drive straight to the hoop.
2 shots for Pinkett. Rattles around the cylinder and in. 7 now for Pinkett. Lead at 3. Make it 4. 2 for 2 is Pinkett. The Montour student section getting rowdier, trying to make life difficult for the Leopards. Montour wants to travel, it won't come. Here's Devin Whitlock, minute 38 on the clock. Devin Whitlock, screen by Pullout. Whitlock for 3, that's short. Rebound grab by Pullout, out to Wade. Wade drives in, kick out Whitlock. He tries again, no. Pocket picked by Whitlock, that was Pinkett. Now it's Pinkett, the other way. Pinkett lays it in. Double digits for Pinkett. And now Belle Vernon's in the three-point shooting contest mode. Down by 6, Wade. Puts it up, Wade fouled.
And that's the one thing, if you're Montour, you do not want to foul because it stops the clock and lets the Leopards have a chance for points.
And, Devin Whitlock, I think the reason he doesn't pull the trigger on that 3, even though he's wide open, it's the frustration. He's missed everything, the lack of confidence you see by Whitlock from beyond the arc on that sequence, resulting that easy 2 because Gordon didn't want to foul out.
Right.
Wade drains it. Alonzo up to 9. Trying to cut it back to a 4-point game. 1:10 remaining in the fourth. Looks like time may be running out for Belle Vernon. As there's number 10 for Alonzo Wade. The question is, when does Belle Vernon get the fouling? Right now it's Pullout and Whitlock that can do the honors. I think Belle Vernon might have to do it sooner rather than later. Del Tondo's not the man you want to foul. Inside, Pinkett. He gets it to fall and 1. 6-point lead, looking to go to 7.
Montour going to drop everybody back, and they got their eye on Gordon.
Pinkett drains it, 13. 11 this half for Pinkett. There's Alonzo Wade. Wade drives in. Wade floats it up, sends it no good. Rebound, Elam, no. Now it's Whitlock. Whitlock outside Gordon. Gordon for 3. Gordon off the iron, no good. Rebound, grabbed down, and knocked off of Martin, but eventually out of bounds, and that might do it. Montour.
Pinkett has scored the last 7 points here for Montour. A big reason why they appear to be headed to the WPIAL championship game. Bright side for the Leopards, you're not done. So you have to regroup, get ready for a state playoff game here next week, probably late next week. But, they just couldn't get that final push. Every time they made a run, they just couldn't take the lead. We've seen that situation a couple times this year with some of our local teams that if they could have just got the lead, things might end up different.
Montour hasn't been to the title game since 2013. When they were there, the Spartans won. The time before that was 2011. They were victorious there as well as Montour. They can smell a chance at WPIAL title number 3 as they're inches away from the big dance. Quaker Valley may be their foe. Either that or Lincoln Park. Quaker Valley was on top. They lost to Quaker Valley by 1 earlier this year in the first meeting at home. And then in the second meeting, it was a 20-point win for the Quaker Valley Quakers at Quaker Valley.
And here's the interesting thing about Belle Vernon's scenario. Depending on what Montour would do in the championship game, you're either finishing as the number 3 team from the WPIAL or the number 4. A couple years ago, they went to St. Mary's as the number 4 team from the WPIAL and came away with a win. So you're looking at either the District 8 or District 9 champion if you finish in that 4 spot, assuming Montour goes and would fall to Quaker Valley.
Platts gets it in. Del Tondo back to Platts. Platts floats it. Pinkett, 30 on the clock, near side. Elam goes up, blocked by Whitlock, and Martin steps on the boundary. Belle Vernon needs 3 buckets and 28.3 if they want a chance. Without a Montour score, very unlikely, and Alonzo Wade will foul. Del Tondo's been good. He will go to the line. As they'll extend their WPIAL playoffs for a brief moment. Del Tondo a chance to become the 4th and will Spartan in double digits as he hits 10. Second one up and in. And that's going to do it. Lead to 9. Outside, Alonzo puts it up. Alonzo no good. All that's left to do is the Spartans dribble out, but pull out again. Woolen Long, the inevitable, sending Elam to the stripe. Montour proved game number 1 was not a fluke. With or without Martin, it has not mattered. Mosley or not, it hasn't mattered. The result stays the same as Montour's Elam just looking to add the total up to 10. A 20-point quarter for the Montour Spartans. Make it 20 and it will sit. And there goes Daniel Gordon. Gordon, the senior, stops up deep for 3. Gordon misses. Pull out with the reverse, won't fall. Rebound grab down to Pinkett. Pinkett, are they going to do anything? They just dribble it out and bank it in. Pinkett goes to 15, and Montour back to the big dance for the first time since 2013 as Belle Vernon could not get back to the title game. Their second straight loss in the semifinals, and win number 700 will have to wait to the States possibly for Coach Salvino. 64-53. Belle Vernon falls to Montour as Montour turned it up in the 4th quarter to come away victorious here this afternoon.
And for Belle Vernon, I mean, what can you say? It was what has killed them all year, a slow start. That second quarter, they were down by 2. Montour starts on a 10-0 run, puts just enough distance to allow them to withstand the Leopards' push late. And Belle Vernon's not done, though. I mean, they're going to have to regroup. We've seen it before. Teams, fall in the WPIAL playoffs and go win a state championship, and that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to regroup and put it together for next week. And for Montour, they put aside all the noise. They came out. They dictated the tempo. Obviously, Belle Vernon doesn't want to be in a game where they're only scoring 53 points. They'd like to be up in the 70s where they were against Freeport. So they took Belle Vernon out of their game. They neutralized Martin for most of the second half. And they come out and get the win here.
And that's the big thing. You look at Belle Vernon, Quentin Martin had just 2 buckets from the floor, 1 free throw in that half. Alonzo Wade got to the line multiple times. Whitlock got there a ton, but, adding just a couple of ones here and there isn't going to get the job done if you're Belle Vernon. That proved to be the case here this evening as their WPIAL journey comes to an end. But hey, they still have work to be done in the state playoffs in Montour. it looks like possibly a rematch with Quaker Valley for the third time this year. Either way, it's going to be Montour versus Lincoln Park or Quaker Valley for the third time. They're playing at UPMC right now, trying to see if I can get a score on that one, as Quaker Valley just added 2 to their total with 13, and I think Quaker Valley looks like they're going to the big dance against the Montour Spartans. So it is 1 versus 2 apparently here in 4A. Belle Vernon will have to turn their attention to the state playoffs, as we'll run down the scores for the losing Leopards, now at 19-4, 15 for Whitlock, 10 for Alonzo Wade, 12 for Quentin Martin, and 16 for Daniel Gordon. On the other end, Del Tondo with 11, 17 for Tyreek Elam, by far the player of the game either side, 15 for Pinkett, ending it with a huge run in the fourth, 10 for Wolf, and 6 for Caleb Platts. But Montour, they hang on, they're back to the big dance, and they're 2-0 against the Leopards here this season. On behalf of our crew here on the MVI Live broadcast on the TRIBLive High School Sports Network, I appreciate you tuning in. But, hey, we still have more basketball to cover here this postseason, as we'll be on the South Allegheny game Monday as they look to punch their ticket to their second straight title game, as still a lot of playoff basketball to be played leading into next week championships. And you can get exclusive coverage of this WPIAL postseason right here on your home for the 2022 basketball season, the TRIBLive High School Sports Network. On behalf of Jeremy Salou, I'm Alex Lyons, saying thanks for tuning in. One final time, your score: Montour 64, Belle Vernon 53. You heard it all right here on the TRIBLive High School Sports Network. Have a great rest of your Saturday, everyone. We'll see you next week.